This is Feel Better with Lauren. I'm Lauren. Thanks for joining me. If you want to feel better, do these videos every single day if you're physically able to, and I think you will feel better. All better? Probably not. A lot better? Probably. Amazingly better? Probably. So Feel Better with Lauren on YouTube. Give me a follow, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, and let's feel better together. Thanks for joining me. Today, it's just about feeling better. It's going to take just a few minutes. It's going to be a short one. It's going to be a relatively easy one. Modify things that you want to modify. I just want you to get in touch. I want to get you and your body and your brain all unified, you know? So we're going to start at the back of your mat. I recommend you get a mat. DM if you want to know the one I use, as a few of you have been doing. I want you to stand at the back of the mat. So your feet shoulder width apart, hip distance apart. And I just want to ground yourself. I've been doing this, I've been sort of grounding myself a little bit. And I raise my toes up and I really feel where the balls of my feet are and my heels are. And I sort of get a real good solid base there. Then I raise my kneecaps and sort of flex my quads. And that sort of solidifies even more. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just drop my toes down sort of slowly. And I can feel each toe hits the ground. So now I can feel the pads of my toes, the ball of my foot, and the heel of my foot all sort of grounded very well. It's a real stable feeling. And then I just want to move around a little bit. I want to sort of feel what's resisting. You can slap your hands against your body a little bit if you'd like. You can do a little backstroke. And as you're doing this, just sort of slow everything down and really sort of feel how your body feels. Check in with yourself, check in with what you're going to focus on, and you're going to keep slowing your breath down as you go. And as you sort of slow down, you can sort of come to a sort of rest and a nice solid space at the back here, right? Everything's calm now. Now, we breathe in and out through our nose. This is that ujjayi breathing. It's like fogging up a mirror, but with your mouth closed. But the first thing I want to do is just get rid of all that residual air in your lungs. You sort of walk around with half of your lungs are just full of air that doesn't do anything. It takes up space. If you get rid of that air and replace it with good air, not hyperventilating, but replace it with some good fresh air, you get a little, you sort of get an oxygen charge. So I want to breathe in, and I like to sort of, no one's around. No one knows what you're doing. So play along, but feel like you're commanding and you're sucking in all the energy of everything around you. Maybe you want to use your hands and breathe in through your nose. And when you've got every cavity full, breathe out through your mouth, and then in through your nose again. Get a good strong feeling with your arms wide, and then blow everything out like you're blowing over the Leaning Tower of Pisa on the other side of the country. And one more in. Every bit of your body is filled up, all those spaces. Yes, your diaphragm, but yes, all your chest cavity right in the air. And let everything out through your mouth. Now, everything that comes in now, that's all good fresh air. Now, we'll stand in this at the back of the mat now, just breathing through our nose. Like I said, that's the ujjayi breath. With your hands facing forward into this mountain pose. And I like to think of it in the mountain poses that you're sitting on the edge of a cliff or the Grand Canyon. I close my eyes with your palms facing forward just a little bit. And just like you're proudly standing across, looking across this whole world that's there for you. Feel like there's a little string pulling you up. So each inhale in, the string lifts you up stronger and prouder. And just picture this world in front of you. And then inhale, put your hands above your head, almost touching like you're holding a beach ball in between your hands or something powerful. It's stretching your back all the way up. You're creating space. And then exhale slowly, hinging at your hips, fall down. Let your hands fall towards your feet. Maybe you want to bend your knees a little bit just to get yourself relaxing and in line. And let your head hang heavy. And keep breathing in and out through your nose. And as you sort of get settled, you may be able to straighten your legs a little bit more. Let's maybe hold onto our elbows. That gives us a little bit of weight. And sort of ragdoll it there. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Nice and slowed down. Your back is stretching out. Just let your head hang completely heavy. Then inhale, lace your hands behind your back, straighten your arms, and let your hands fall forward as much as comfortable. Keep your head heavy and loose. And straighten your legs as much as you can. Then inhale and slowly let your hands fall to the ground. Maybe they're even closer to the ground now. It's the beautiful thing. Inhale, do a halfway lift with your hands on your shins and your back parallel to the ground. And exhale again, fall into that fold. Inhale to that halfway lift again. And exhale, forward fold. And once more, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Now, whilst you're down that forward fold, I want you to walk your hands forward, and we're going to go into a downward dog. So once your hands get into your position, maybe you want to just pedal out your feet a little bit, hide your ankles behind your heels behind your ankles. That's how you know that you're in line. That just sort of gets all the kinks out and gets you sort of in a good straight line. And once you've got that, find a little bit of sort of more stillness. Your legs can stay where they are. Maybe you bend your legs a little bit, your knees a little bit. You want to make a nice straight line from your wrists to your elbows to your hips. And then once you've got that, you go up on your toes and then try to send your heels down a little bit as they straighten, just as much as you can, keeping a straight line in your front. Now on your next inhale forward, keep your hands in, your toes where they are, and go forward to a plank. With your hips about the same height as your hips the same height as your shoulders. The front of your body is nice and engaged. That blocks in the wrong spot. And feel nice and stable. Again, sort of a nice powerful feeling, like you're pushing the world away from you. Your shoulder blades are spread apart. Your front of your body is engaged. And even though there's work involved here, it's like powerful work. Now, on the next inhale, go forward on your toes as far as you can. Almost to the very end, tuck your elbows in and slowly drop to the floor. Slow as you can. Untuck your toes and into that Sphinx pose. Elbows below your shoulders, your butt's flexed. If you're feeling a little bit too much strong on your lower back, you can put your legs further apart. If you're not feeling enough of a stretch, you can push up to a seal version of this, which is your arms straight, as long as you're not putting your shoulders up to your ears, that your shoulders are away from your ears. And as long as it feels good, keep your butt flexed and keep breathing. And staying nice and calm. 2 to 3 seconds for each inhale. And the same amount of time for each exhale. And just sitting here for a few moments. And inhale. And relax down with your forehead on the back of your hands. And just move your hips back and forth. Just shake them out just a little bit so that nothing's sort of locked in a bad place. Once that's okay, we're going to do a little lotus pose. I'm going to put my hands to my side and behind me, and I'm going to lift my knees and my quads and my feet off the ground and my back off the ground. And I'm going to just keep everything engaged here. If it's too much, you can put your hands down or you can put your feet down. You can pull your hands up a bit more. Again, feel nice and strong in this. And one more inhale in and relax down. Another one of my faves that we'll do is what we call a broken wing. Your left arm goes straight out beside you. Your right leg bends. And you put your right foot flat on the ground. And you just push away from the ground a little bit with your right arm. Stretching your shoulder nicely. A nice twist in your back. And keep breathing through your nose. And last breath in. And roll back onto your tummy. Your right arm straight out this time. Your left leg bends. And the other side. Your left foot flat on the ground. If you want more intense shoulder stretch, you can put your arm up in a cactus. If it's too much, you can put your arm down towards your hip. But it should feel good. A nice stretch on your shoulder, a nice twist on your spine, and still focusing on your breath. One more inhale in. And then roll back over onto your belly once more. Shake out your hips a little bit. Then put your big toes together and your knees apart. And we're going to go through frog, which is a stretch here. and back into child's pose, which is with your knees far apart, your hips on your heels, and your head towards the mat or the ground, your forehead, a nice straight line. And relax as much as you can back onto your hips. Let your spine open up. Everything lengthens. Now, walk with your hands where they are. Walk them off your mat or your area to the left. And put your right hand on top of your left hand if you can. And let's just sort of stretch out your right side a little bit. And you can move your shoulder up and down. And really keep your hips back on your heels if you can. Then inhale. Walk your hands over to the right side off your mat, your left hand on top. And again, just sort of rotate your left shoulder a little bit as you feel that stretch on your side. And inhale, back to the center. Up onto tabletop with your knees below your hips. Again, these are ones we often do, and they're just great because they're great. We'll inhale, we'll drop our belly up to a cow pose, get your butt as high as you can in the air and your head to the air, and then exhale into cat like a frightened cat. Shoulders are stretched apart. Inhale to cow with your belly dropped and your butt up, and exhale to cat. Tuck your tailbone, spread your shoulder blades apart, really push away. Inhale once more to cow. Now go on top of your toes if you can, and we're gonna, as we go into cat, we're gonna raise our knees off the ground a little, so into cat. And then I want you to just lift your knees off the ground a little bit. We're going to hold this here for a bit. Just a few breaths. Keeping our stomach, our front of our body really engaged. Our shoulders blades are still getting pushed apart. Maybe get a little shake if you're lucky. You're just like an inch or so off the ground on your knees. Keep breathing. One more breath in. Drop your knees down. Walk your hands forward to that puppy pose. Stay on your toes if you'd like. Your hands go forward. Your forehead goes to the ground. A nice straight line from your wrists to your shoulders to your hips. On your next inhale, you're on your toes already, and we'll just go back. Your hands can come back, and we can go back to downward dog while we're here. Get yourself all sorted out. Once you're sort of sorted, still breathing through your nose, but nice and slow, your right leg goes to the air, straight as you can. And up on your left foot, bring your knee to your right armpit, arch your back, separate your shoulder blades, and we're going to go out to a lizard lunge, so putting our right foot out to the side of our feet. So your hands inside your right foot, you can let your knee fall open, keep your back straight. go around until you find out where you're getting the right stretch for yourself. You can drop down a little bit onto your forearms if you wanted to. You can stay in complete stillness. And for me, I think I need to let my knee fall open. Now inhale, put your foot flat on the ground. We're going to move our left leg up behind our right foot and do a little twist, seated twist. Your left arm goes up to the sky, your right arm behind you. Inhale, you create some space, and then you catch your forearm or your elbow or your tricep and do a gentle twist around. And keep breathing. Keep focusing and keeping your breath slow. Nice and sitting up straight. One more breath in. And then on that exhale, move your ankle above your left knee and your right knee above your left ankle. And just sort of lean forward a little bit and just have everything lined up. That leaning forward sort of just opens up my hip a little bit, I find. And then take my right arm behind me, my left arm over my head, and push back. And you'll feel that keep your feet engaged, so it's nice and locked, so your knee stays in line with your ankle. Put your arm over your head, and you should be feeling your hips get a nice stretch, and sort of letting your knee starts falling a little bit. But it doesn't matter where it is. Maybe your knee's up really high. It's just about getting that sensation in your right hip. Now inhale, come back out of that. Your right foot is going to go up beside your hands again. Your left foot is going to go back to that lizard lunge. Right? And you're going to drop your left knee down, reach behind with your right hand, and if you can, grab onto your toes. You could always put a belt around if that's just something. You could also just reach around, but I want you to then pull your feet away from you so you get a stretch in your shoulder, and then pull your heel to your butt. Keep your back straight. One more breath in. You're going to release your foot, but slowly so it doesn't and then back up to that lizard lunge again. And your right foot back into a plank, just so everything's lined up. And then hey, Nick. Just doing a video. Can I call you in like 20 minutes or everything okay? Okay, I'll call you in like 20 minutes. Okay, bye. Okay. Back to plank. Once everything's lined up, back to downward dog. Nice straight line from your wrists all the way up to your hips. Bend your knees if you need to. Once you've got that spot, go up on your toes and then send your heels towards the mat. with the floor to get even a little bit more of a stretch. I'll just sit here for a second just to make sure everything's even. And then your left leg to the sky. Up on your right toes, your left leg, your left knee to your left armpit. Hold it there, separate your shoulder blades, arch your back. And you can see I have to work on that. We're up to lizard lunge on this side. And again, maybe you want to open up your knee. Maybe you want to drop down onto your forearms. Maybe you just want to hold in absolute stillness. And for me, I'm going to open up my knee and hold in stillness here. Keep breathing nice and slow. Keep your back straight. Just sort of focus in on your breath. Now, wherever your foot is, make sure it's back in that sort of formal lizard lunge with your foot flat on the ground. We're going to bring our right foot up behind our left foot and do a seated twist as we did before. Our left arm goes behind, our right arm goes to the sky. Make some space in your spine and then hook your forearm or your elbow or your tricep onto your knee. And this is a nice gentle stretch. Nice and sitting up straight and tall. And your spine on each inhale gets a little longer, and each exhale maybe have a little bit of room for a little bit more of a gentle twist. Next, one more inhale in. And we're going to untwist, keep your feet nice and engaged. Your left wrist over your left ankle over your right knee, and your left knee over your right ankle. And just lean forward a little bit, and you'll start feeling things line up. Again, keeping your feet nice and engaged. Just to keep everything in line, lean forward a little bit. And then your left arm behind this time, your right arm over your head. And you sort of get a spiral twist. You maybe feel your knee falling down, but it doesn't matter where it is. But a nice outside hip stretch is nice. One more inhale in, and then exhale, come out of it. Your left foot goes onto the mat again. Your hands go inside your foot, and your right foot goes back to that lizard lunge. And then drop your right knee, reach behind with your left hand this time. Grab your toes if you can, or put a belt around them if you'd like, or a strap. Pull your toes away if you can, and then pull back to stretch your hip flexor to get your heel going towards your butt. And just get your back nice and straight. And really sort of, if you lean right and down, you'll feel that stretch more. And you'll feel your body connect more. And just keep breathing. And one more inhale in. You let your toes go gently back to that lizard lunge, so up in the air. Back to a plank. Get yourself all nice and straightened up here. Everything's engaged. And then once it is, back to downward dog. Nice and straight. Now inhale, one step forward. You can walk all the way up to the top, or if you've taken a step forward, you can do a little frog hop and like a frog in a squat at the front. Put your back nice and straight. Maybe roll out your wrists. And keep breathing nice and slowly. I want to get to a nice spot of feeling very steady and secure in this. I might go off the camera here, but hands in front of you, lean a little bit forward, put your butt to the air, straighten your legs for that forward fold. Roll up, hands above your head, like you're holding onto that beach ball, and then this time we're going to do an arch. So we're going to put our hips forward, our arms back as far as you can. It probably feels further than it actually is. And inhale, and back to that prayer pose, which gets you nice and balanced. Hands go to the air once again. And as you exhale, you sink down like an elevator, going down into that squat, and then roll back onto your butt. And we'll do a reverse tabletop whilst we're here. Hands and feet in the same direction. Push up out of your heels. Push up out of your shoulders. Get your butt engaged, your core engaged. Your head can go as it wants. Again, nice and strong. And when we're inhale in, exhale, put your butt beside your heels. But this time, don't go all the way down. Keep your butt hovering above the ground and sink back into your arms. And then inhale, push up. Exhale, sink down with your butt not touching the ground. And then exhale, rest your butt down. Reach all the way forward, try to touch the other wall. Really stretch things out. And sit up, put your feet together into this butterfly. Get a little bit of space. The closer you put your heels to your hips, the more of a stretch it is. And from there, I just want you to get nice and straight, hold onto your heels, and then I want you to try to, in a very controlled way, just roll back. So we do a supine version of this butterfly, i.e. on your back. Just relax everything open with your hips opening. Nothing's locked up. If it's too intense, you could do a cross-legged version of it. You hold onto your feet. You could do a happy baby. I want to try to open up my hips. And one more inhale in. Put your knees to your chest. Squeeze them in, and your knees off to the right for a gentle supine twist. All these twists sort of twist different parts of your body. Try to get your shoulders sort of flat to the ground or towards that direction, and looking over your left shoulder in this case, if you can. I've got my right hand rested on my left thigh. I'm not straining, I'm just sort of gently directing myself. One more inhale in. Squeeze your knees into your chest once more. That sort of straightens everything up and counters that stretch. Then your knees go together, and this time off to the left. And your right arm falls open. And the effort that you're putting in for this twist, it's just a gentle one. So you can almost inhale and create that space. And when you exhale, your body might just fall a little bit more into things. But you don't need to force it at all. And one more inhale in. Knees to your chest once more. Just the last thing we'll do, what we often do, squeeze your knees to your chest, put your feet down. Your hands go by your ankles, or they can wrap around your ankles if you'd like. And we'll do a bridge pose. So push our pelvis up to the sky, tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, and you can grab your hands underneath you. You can put your hands flat, or you can be grabbing onto your ankles and push up. And again, we'll feel a little sensation in our front. We want to engage our butt, engage our pelvis. Don't lock your head. So I'm nice and loose and relax here. Pushing up to the sky and still breathing nice and evenly through my nose here. Hopefully you're shaking a little bit. And inhale, go up on your toes as high as you can. Hands above your head so you're almost on your shoulders, just sort of resting there. And then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, have it so your spine goes flat against the ground, against your mat as you slowly roll it down. Once it's all the way down, grab your knees once again, and then put your heels out to the corners of your space, the corner of your mat. This is that same mountain pose, but now lying on your back. And I want you to just take a good 3 minutes. Take a good 30 breaths, nice and slow, and stay in this corpse pose. And we'll see you in the next video.
Always talk to your healthcare professional before starting a new regime. If you experience pain, discomfort, or dizziness, slow down or stop. These videos will become easier each day, but if it doesn't feel right today, go slower or move to another video. Listen to your body.